it begins by realizing and filling yourself up with this high dimensional, high vibrational love. You'll open up pathways and doorways, and you'll be able to melt any and all resistance and shadows, how to harmonize duality, how to get to duality, how to practice unity within duality. Lock in your higher dimensional Merkaba vehicle, which will produce ecstasy throughout your energy field that will heal you emotionally and that will heal your timeline, and that you can anchor into your ultimate future destination. The ultimate key is the mastery of this concept from higher dimensional beings, dimensions of an infinite vortex, fifth dimensional mastery, dream life mastery, changing the relationship you have with yourself to being an unconditionally loving one. Infinity consciousness is critical, and in infinity consciousness, you can overcome any finite problem, any finite challenge. And again, this is where the warrior comes in. You can overcome any obstacle. You don't have to be super spiritual. Detoxifying third dimensional programming from your life, which is the collective nightmare. You have to break yourself free from that programming. Yes, mighty people. How was all this possible? I want to give away some of the secret sauce here behind this Dream Life Mastery program and protocol as I uncovered and discovered throughout the years. And I would say the ultimate key is the mastery of this concept that I downloaded from higher dimensional beings and literally have been practicing for the last 5 years of this 10-year journey. It's been the concept of an infinite vortex, of reflecting and becoming and mastering all these dimensions, basically 12 different dimensions of an infinite vortex. And this is the ultimate key of mastery for just life mastery, for dominating life, and also in harmonizing the concept of the fifth dimension being your dream life. Ultimately, the fifth dimension is a place of unity, is a place of unconditional love. It's real, it's a quantum realm. It's also a realm where wealth is infinite, where everything is abundant, where your health is abundant, where it's literally the realm of your dream life. So if you're thinking or you're interested in dream life mastery and you want to know how it can be done in the most effective way, I would say that the fifth dimensional mastery is the most effective, the quickest path towards dream life mastery. Now, it took me 10 years to realize this, which is why I want to teach people, because my vision now is to be a leader of those who want to achieve similar results in the sense of manifest their dream life and hopefully save and help people from having to go through the intense hardships, the intense crises, the intense suffering that it took me to basically achieve this ultimate dream. So my dream is continuing and being in service of other people's dreams, because one of the biggest crises I faced was that I had nobody that had my back, that was believing in me, that was saying to me, you can do this, you got this, here's how you can manage this, here's how you can manage that. And ultimately, part of my work was to download from the universe, from source, this infinite vortex and how this infinite vortex worked. So infinity consciousness is critical, and in infinity consciousness, you can overcome any finite problem, any finite challenge. And again, this is where the warrior comes in, the warrior energy comes in. With warriorship and warrior training for men and for women, you can overcome any obstacle, and literally your obstacle, whatever obstacle it is you're facing, whatever debt you're facing, whatever death you're facing, or illness or scarcity, whatever you're facing, that is the perfect opportunity for the divine warrior to come in and to blast all that away and to begin your training through whatever initiatory crisis you might be facing. So if you have a crisis in your life, if you're at a crossroads, you're actually at a perfect place to begin to master the infinite vortex. And it begins by harmonizing all these different dimensional levels in the simplest sense. And this can be understood literally by everyone. You don't have to be super spiritual. You don't have to be any certain type of person to really understand this. And I'll break down the complexities, and I recommend a free training. It begins with detoxification, in detoxifying your life, especially detoxifying third dimensional programming from your life, which is the collective nightmare. We've all been brought up, most of us have been brought up in this collective nightmare, which is a lot of lies and illusions and falsehoods. You have to break yourself free from that programming, and the basis of that programming is ultimately that you're not lovable, or that love is scarce somehow. Ultimately, it begins by realizing and filling yourself up with this high dimensional, high vibrational love in whatever void or aspect of your life that is unfulfilled. Changing the relationship you have with yourself to being an unconditionally loving one. That's the most important fundamental thing, because when you do that, you'll attract more love into your life. You'll be ultimately of much higher service to others. You'll open up pathways and doorways, and you'll be able to melt any and all resistance and shadows that are going to come and are going to basically test you on this path to achieving your ultimate treasure, the ultimate dream life. It's a vortex that is centered around the harmonization of unconditional love in all these different dimensions, practically speaking, through duality. You're going to have to learn how to harmonize duality, how to get to duality, how to practice unity within duality. Ultimately, in your dream life, you're going to be unified with your dream life. So it's going to happen through unity. I'm unified with the ocean. I'm unified with the trees, with the wind, with the elements, with the sun, with you here on this channel. But to get to this point, I had to go through tons and I had to unify a ton of separation, of scarcity, of false programming, of fear, especially. So if you're dealing with fear, if you're dealing with crisis, if you're dealing with doubt, okay, make your focus liberation, make your focus love, make your focus infinite light, which is why I've developed these programs for you. You can get involved immediately for free, or you can jump into any number of the core programs, or you can sign up for the Warriorship training to immediately begin to train your inner warrior, to develop the warrior skills, and to cultivate this infinite vortex. If you're spiritually minded, then I recommend you jump straight into the infinite vortex protocol, where you're going to lock in your higher dimensional Merkaba vehicle, which has been absolutely essential, absolutely critical in balancing the masculine and feminine energies, which will produce ecstasy throughout your energy field that will heal you emotionally and that will heal your timeline, and that you can anchor into your ultimate future destination, so that on a daily basis you're matching the vibration. I spent 5 years living with an indigenous tribe in the jungle, and that's what catalyzed this ultimate download of information and was put into practice there. Well, pow, at your service. I'll see you on the inside. Check out the link in the description for more. Wishing you infinite love, ecstasy, and lightning bolts.